Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of The Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. I say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, you see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going over to the business part of the podcast, you have Rumble posting their Q2 results, and they did have a little bit of a loss, but their revenue is up, and their stock is still, well, a little topsy-turvy to say the least. Now, I'm a little bit biased. I think Rumble is the best platform, bar none. That's why I spend copious amounts of posting on the platform, at least, I'd say 8 to 12 times per day, if you include the daily show and then all the clips that I chop up for it, or the highlight reels. And fascinatingly enough, statistically speaking, kind of good indicator of the YouTube shadow ban. On YouTube, I have actually more than 10 times the number of subscribers. However, some of my videos on Rumble get more views than on YouTube. A statistical anomaly to say the least. Oh no, it's just, we know what's going on. Now, we'll go ahead and we'll zoom out a little bit, look at their total stock recently as well. Pull it up here, and granted, by the time this video is rendered and uploaded, none of this is financial advice by any means. By the time this video is rendered, uploaded, it'll be different, but right now it's going for about $6 per share. Now, it is down 38.54% in the past 5 years. Now, granted, going back to the 1 year trend, it's down 26%. Year to date, though, geez, hindsight's 2020 when it comes to investing. I should have bought. Year to date, it's up 39.63%. So that's pretty darn good. Past month, it's actually down about 15%. Last week or this week, it's about break even. Went down, went up by like 3.77%. It has a 52-week high of $9.20 per share and a 52-week low of $3.33 per share. Current market cap. Oh, they didn't give us a market cap. A little disappointing right there. I was gonna say, I thought you were better, Brave browser. You have that summary available. It's simple math. But nevertheless, the trade volume is 1.24 million at the moment. So, I was gonna say, if you bought the stock way back then, you'd be doing pretty good. But obviously, room for improvement. And since their IPO, they've been struggling a little bit, to say the least. Now, this article about Rumble actually comes to us thanks to the OG search engine, which many people might not even know about today. It's called Yahoo, and specifically, this is Yahoo Finance. And how disappointing is that? The graphic they use is like a globe. It's all interconnected, which as a streaming platform, it certainly does that. Don't get me wrong, but they couldn't use the awesome green Rumble logo, or like the founder or something. That's a little disappointing. Yahoo Finance. Now, nevertheless, this is an article brought to us thanks by. Looks actually it's from Zacks Equity Research. They say, quote, Rumble Inc. reports Q2 loss, top revenue estimates, though. Actually, it might be more interesting if you just look at the stock while I read the text here. They say, quote, Rumble Inc. came out with a quarterly loss of 18 cents per share versus the Zacks consensus estimate of a loss of 15 cents per share. This compares to a loss of 16 cents per share a year ago. These figures are adjusted for non-recurring items. This quarterly report represents an earnings surprise of negative 20%. A quarter ago, it was expected that the company would post a loss of 19 cents per share when it actually produced a loss of 15 cents, delivering a surprise of 21.05%. For the past 4 quarters, the company has surprised consensus EPS estimates 3 times. I say they posted revenues 22.47 million for the quarter ended June 2024, surpassing Zacks consensus estimate by 14.12%. This compares to year-ago revenue of 24.97%. They say this company has topped consensus revenue estimated just once over the last 4 quarters. They say Rumble shares have added about 30% since the beginning of the year versus the S&P's gain of 12%, which anytime you can beat the S&P 500, which again, that's like the 500 companies that are supposedly the best represented in the U.S. economy. I mean, that's pretty darn impressive. 12% S&P, Rumble had 30.3%. Again, that's going to go, there you go, past a year. Compared to year to date, actually, this is 39.63%. Again, hindsight's always 2020 when it comes to investing. And more people are starting to learn about the platform, thankfully. And they have a couple exclusive contacts or exclusive contracts, some of the top personalities there, kind of drive people towards the app to use. And it's becoming more and more intuitive, especially on the back end when you're trying to upload videos. So from a creator perspective, it is getting better and better. They finally have an instance where you can actually save or have a default for your channel upload, which I have a couple of shows. I have the interview show, then I have the daily show. And now you actually don't have to select manually, just have a nice default one set. So that made life a little bit easier. And a couple of the other parts of it are uploading. So it's a lot faster to upload than YouTube, and there's no censorship. There's a lot of wins there. All they need to do is keep truching along. Again, not financial advice, but they're getting more and more people to use the app. And the app was pretty cumbersome when it first came out on the phones. It's gotten a lot better. And one of the biggest value adds that my friends and I like is one of those instances where actually you play the songs or play whatever you're watching without having it take up part of your screens, and you can play with the phone off. Or YouTube, you can do that, but you got to pay for premium. And that might be a cool thing to do, considering there's about 18 people who do pay for YouTube Premium. I kid you not, actually met someone in real life that I know who paid for it. I asked him twice because I didn't believe him. I'm like, John, you really paying for that? If you're tuning in on YouTube, I appreciate you taking the time to tune in, John. You are a statistical anomaly. I think that's awesome. But when it comes to Rumble, again, they're doing some interesting advertising campaigns. I'm not sure what it's going to take to get them to the next level. YouTube is brilliantly, and again, that's sarcasm, folks, creating their own competition by alienating more and more channels, getting more channel strikes, and just continuing to censor everything. I mean, I cannot, yeah, they actually took down one of my favorite interviews that I did, where I interviewed someone who started an ammo company in the great state, or somebody argue the great country of Texas, and he started an e-commerce platform for ammunition, and it was a really good interview. I loved it. It was my favorite ones. And all of a sudden, YouTube just goes, bam, we're gone. That video is gone on YouTube. So it took me a little sweat equity to do every single one, but I uploaded every single one of my interview channels, or every single one of my interviews, on the Topping Talks Rumble channel. So I can see all of the professional interviews that I do with everyone from local entrepreneurs to IT executives and interesting folks in general. So yeah, that story is been pretty good to just tell my friends about why Rumble is important and why I think it'll be the future, especially as YouTube just makes their platform worse and worse and worse. So it is good that, again, most tech companies, again, none of this is financial advice, but when you look at most tech companies losing money for a long time, probably the best use case in history is Amazon. I mean, they lost money for years until they become a juggernaut of industry. Basically, you can debate who created e-commerce, but Amazon sure as heck perfected it. Now, the only question is how much runtime and how much will it take for Rumble to get enough market share to become more sustainable? And I think it'll happen. I mean, I'm trying to experiment, and I'm actually running Rumble ads right now for my daily show, The Topic Show. And I've gotten a couple more subscribers, a couple more people checking out the videos. And that's just, I just did like a 30-second advertisement, or like a, the pre-video ad on Rumble. So it's gotten a couple more subscribers for me. It's still about 130 subscribers on Rumble, which is awesome because I used to have like 3 just a couple months ago. And yes, one of them was myself. But in all seriousness, it'll be interesting to see how the advertising campaign goes, and of course, how much revenue could that post to the company as businesses are looking for alternatives to advertise their products. So let me know in the comments. Are you watching this? Oh, I guess it'd be pretty easy to know which platform you're watching on, because I'll see your comments there and responding in due time. I apologize, work has been a little bit busy. But let me know in the comments, because as always, I'd be fascinated to hear what you had to say, and I will eventually get back to replying. I appreciate your patience. But yeah, let me know. What are your thoughts? Do you think, will there be a time in our life where Rumble dominates the global market share in terms of a video streaming platform, or do you think Google YouTube will be that way forever? As crazy as it sounds, there was a time when people thought Sears was the best thing since sliced bread, and no one thought any business could touch Sears. Now they're basically dead. They have like 3 stores left, very similar to Kmart, which ironically Kmart did buy Sears in the end. But let me know in the comments, as always. Be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, giving me a thumbs up or thumbs down or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.